Today, we're going to explore specific dietary choices that are frequently linked to increased abdominal fat. It's important to clarify up front that no single food item directly causes belly fat in isolation. However, certain foods and food categories, when consumed regularly or in excess, can significantly contribute to its accumulation over time. Our focus today is on understanding these contributors. We'll be outlining 8 specific food categories that research and nutritional science have linked to increased abdominal fat storage. Understanding these links is a crucial step in making informed dietary decisions for better health and weight management. The culprits. Foods linked to belly fat. Let's get straight into the specific food categories that are often associated with an increase in abdominal fat. These are the items that, while perhaps enjoyable, can work against your goals if they dominate your diet. Reducing or managing. Your intake of these foods is a key strategy for anyone looking to manage their waistline. We'll look at why each category poses a challenge. Understanding the mechanisms behind why these foods contribute to fat storage, particularly around the midsection, can empower you to make healthier choices. It's not just about avoiding them, but understanding the impact. Let's break down each category one by one, exploring the reasons why they are linked to increased abdominal fat accumulation. This knowledge is power when it comes to dietary choices. Category 1. Sugary drinks. First on our list are sugary drinks. This category includes popular items like sodas, many fruit juices, and sweetened teas or coffees. The primary issue with these beverages is that they are packed with empty calories. They provide energy, but offer very little in terms of essential nutrients like vitamins, minerals, or fiber. A major component of these drinks is fructose, often in the form of high fructose corn syrup or sucrose. Unlike glucose, fructose is metabolized differently by the liver. Excess fructose consumption is readily converted into fat. This conversion process is particularly efficient, leading to fat storage. Studies suggest that this fat conversion occurs particularly around the abdomen. Liquid calories from sugar don't trigger the same satiety signals as solid food, making it easy to consume large amounts without feeling full. This leads to a calorie surplus that the body then stores as fat, with a preference for the visceral fat around organs in the abdominal area. Limiting these drinks is a fundamental step. Category 2. Processed foods. Next up are processed foods. Think about items like chips, cookies, crackers, and many other packaged snacks found in the center aisles of grocery stores. These foods are often engineered to be highly palatable, making them easy to overconsume. They are typically high in a combination of unhealthy fats, added sugars, and sodium. The fats used are often trans fats or unhealthy saturated fats. The sugars contribute empty calories and can cause blood sugar spikes. Processed foods are generally calorie-dense, meaning they pack a lot of calories into a small serving size. This makes it easy to exceed your daily calorie needs without feeling satisfied. Regular consumption of these foods can also disrupt hormonal balance related to hunger and satiety. This further encourages overeating and calorie surplus. Ultimately, a combination of high calories, unhealthy fats, and added sugars contributes significantly to overall fat storage, including abdominal fat. Reducing reliance on processed foods is crucial. Category 3. Refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates are another major contributor. This category includes foods made from grains that have had the bran and germ removed, such as white bread, white pasta, pastries, and white rice. The refining process strips away fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This leaves behind carbohydrates that are quickly digested by the body. Rapid digestion leads to a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. In response, the pancreas releases a surge of insulin. High insulin levels signal the body to store energy, primarily as glycogen in muscles and liver, but also as fat when energy intake exceeds immediate needs. This can promote fat storage. Fat storage is especially promoted in the abdominal area, particularly visceral fat. The lack of fiber also means these foods are less filling, leading to quicker hunger and potential overeating. choosing whole grain alternatives, which retain fiber and nutrients, results in a slower, more stable release of glucose into the bloodstream. This helps manage insulin levels and reduce fat storage signals. Category 4. Trans fats are particularly detrimental to health and are strongly linked to increased abdominal fat. These are artificial fats created through a process called hydrogenation. They are often found in fried foods, commercially baked goods like cakes and pies, and some processed snacks and margarines. Many countries have now banned or restricted their use due to health concerns. Consumption of trans fats is linked to increased abdominal fat accumulation. This type of fat seems to preferentially deposit in the abdominal region beyond fat storage. Trans fats are also linked to increased inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is associated with numerous health problems, including metabolic dysfunction. Furthermore, trans fats are known to contribute to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance makes it harder for your body to use glucose for energy, potentially leading to higher blood sugar and increased fat storage. Avoiding foods containing partially hydrogenated oils, which are the source of artificial trans fats, is vital for overall health and managing abdominal fat. Always check ingredient lists. Category 5. Excess alcohol. While moderate alcohol consumption might have some debated health effects, excess alcohol intake is clearly linked to weight gain, including belly fat. Alcohol contains calories, often referred to as empty calories because they provide energy but few nutrients. A standard drink contains a significant number of calories, and these can add up quickly, especially when consuming multiple drinks or sugary mixers. The body prioritizes metabolizing alcohol over other nutrients. When alcohol is present, the liver focuses on breaking it down and eliminating it from the body. This process takes precedence over metabolizing carbohydrates and fats from your meal. As a result, the calories from the food you consumed alongside the alcohol are more likely to be stored as fat. This often leads to storage of other calories as fat. Excessive alcohol consumption is particularly associated with increased visceral fat, the dangerous fat surrounding organs. This is often referred to as the beer belly, though any type of alcohol in excess can contribute. Reducing alcohol intake, especially heavy drinking, is a significant step in managing weight and reducing abdominal fat. Moderation is key if you choose to drink. Category 6. Excess saturated fats are found naturally in many foods, particularly animal products. Sources include red meat, full-fat dairy products like cheese and butter, and some processed foods. While saturated fats are not as universally demonized as trans fats, excessive intake can contribute to weight gain. They are calorie-dense and can raise LDL cholesterol levels in some individuals. Some studies suggest that a diet high in saturated fats may potentially increase abdominal fat more than diets high in unsaturated fats, even when calorie intake is the same. The body's response to different types of fat can vary, however. The link between saturated fat and belly fat is less direct and more debated than for sugary drinks or trans fats. It's often the overall dietary pattern that matters most. Consuming saturated fats as part of a diet high in processed foods and refined carbs is more likely to lead to abdominal fat accumulation than consuming them in moderation within a balanced diet. Focus on overall dietary quality. Limiting excessive intake of saturated fats, especially from processed sources, is a prudent step for managing weight and promoting cardiovascular health. Choose leaner protein sources and lower fat dairy options. Category 7. Artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners are marketed as a way to enjoy sweetness without the calories, often seen as a tool for weight loss. However, their impact on weight, particularly belly fat, is complex and still being researched. Some studies suggest potential issues with regular consumption of artificial sweeteners. They may disrupt the balance of gut bacteria, which plays a role in metabolism and weight management. There is also some evidence suggesting that artificial sweeteners might potentially lead to increased cravings for sweet foods. This could inadvertently lead to consuming more sugary or calorie-dense items later. While they don't add calories directly, their effect on gut health, insulin response in some cases, and cravings could potentially lead to weight gain over time. This potential weight gain could include belly fat. The research is not conclusive, and results are often mixed. However, relying heavily on artificial sweeteners instead of addressing underlying dietary habits may not be the effective weight loss strategy it appears to be. Focusing on reducing your overall preference for very sweet tastes, whether from sugar or artificial sweeteners, and choosing naturally sweet whole foods like fruits is often a better approach. Listen to your body's signals. Category 8. Fast food. Finally, fast food is a major contributor to weight gain and increased abdominal fat for many people. It combines many of the problematic elements we've already discussed. Fast food meals are typically high in calories. Portion sizes are often large, and the foods themselves are calorie-dense. They are also typically high in unhealthy fats, including saturated and sometimes trans fats. These contribute directly to calorie intake and fat storage. Fast food is often high in sodium, which can lead to water retention and other health issues. It's also typically high in refined carbohydrates, such as white buns, fries, and sugary drinks. The combination of high calories, unhealthy fats, sodium, and refined carbs makes regular consumption of fast food an easy path to a calorie surplus. This can easily lead to weight gain. Regular consumption can easily lead to increased abdominal fat accumulation due to the high energy density and poor nutrient profile. Limiting fast food is a critical step for managing weight and improving health beyond food. Other factors while focusing on diet is crucial. It's important to remember that food is not the only factor influencing belly fat accumulation. Several other significant factors play a role. Genetics can influence where your body tends to store fat. Some people are genetically predisposed to storing more fat around the abdomen than others. Lifestyle choices beyond diet are also critical. Your activity level, stress management, and sleep habits all impact your body composition. Overall diet quality matters more than fixating on single foods. A diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods, even if it contains some of the listed items in moderation, is better than a diet dominated by them. Managing abdominal fat is a holistic endeavor. It requires attention to multiple aspects of your health and daily routine. It's not just eliminating a few foods. Understanding these broader factors helps create a comprehensive strategy for managing your weight and improving your health. It's about building sustainable habits, taking action. Recommendations. So, what can you do with this information? The crucial step for managing abdominal fat is to take action based on this. Understanding this involves actively reducing or eliminating these problematic foods from your regular diet. It's about making conscious choices about what you eat and drink. Simultaneously, it's vital to adopt a balanced diet. This means shifting your focus towards nutrient-dense foods that support overall health and satiety. A balanced diet should be rich in whole foods. This includes plenty of vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates like whole grains and legumes. In addition to dietary changes, engaging in regular exercise is crucial for managing abdominal fat. Both cardiovascular exercise and strength training are beneficial. Exercise helps burn calories, build muscle mass, which boosts metabolism, and can help reduce visceral fat specifically. Aim for consistency in your activity. Ensuring sufficient sleep is another often overlooked factor. Poor sleep can disrupt hormones that regulate appetite and fat storage, potentially leading to increased belly fat. Managing stress levels is also important, as chronic stress can lead to increased cortisol, a hormone linked to abdominal fat storage. Find healthy ways to cope with stress. The overall goal is managing and reducing abdominal fat through a combination of smart, dietary choices and healthy lifestyle habits. It's a journey that requires consistency and patience. By focusing on whole foods, limiting processed items, staying active, getting enough sleep, and managing stress, you create an environment where your body is less likely to store excess fat, especially around the abdomen. Make sustainable changes for long-term success.